Four-time NBA champ John Salley giving Luka Doncic some major praise yesterday. Salley said there's absolutely a comparison to be made between Luka and Larry Bird's game. He said, quote, Larry Bird would put fear in me and everyone else just like Luka does. I would be afraid to play against Luka. That's how good he is. Strong words. Shannon, you've been a supporter of Luka from the get-go. I assume you agree here with Salley?
Do you
assume? God. Just pile right on.
I mean, John Salley was right there when Larry was at his apex. And they finally was able to get over the hump and take the Celtics down. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was 88. They finally got past them, beat them, and they never looked back from that point. Both can score the basketball. Both can rebound the basketball. Both can facilitate their offense. Larry was a better shooter. But people think that's all Larry could do was shoot the basketball. Larry Bird was a career 24, 10, 6. 24 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. That's what he was for a career. Luka is probably going to hover. He probably won't average that many rebounds because the game is a little different now, Skip. Larry was a lot closer to the basket, so the rebounds were a lot easier. But if you look at what they do, and like John said, the fear that they instill, I didn't know Larry talked as much as he did until after he was done and everybody says, oh, y'all thought Jordan talked or y'all thought this guy talked. No, it was the guy with 33 up in Boston that did the most talking. Skip, that's all Luka does. He too small. Told Pat Bev to his face, you too small. You can't guard me. Shh, I got this. Everybody just calm down. Let Luka handle this.
He laughs at his opponents.
He does. So, and he's not afraid. Larry was talking. We didn't know he was talking. I mean, probably they had the technology and all the cameras that they got, because Skip, they don't miss anything. They had the camera so close on, that's why guys now, every time they talk to somebody on the court, they cover their mouth. Because you're going to read their lips and what they're saying. So for me, Skip, I see it. Luka is 26, 8.5, and 8 for a career. Bird was 24, 10, and 6 for a career. Bird was an outstanding playmaker. Luka is an outstanding playmaker. Now, he has the ball more in his hand than Bird does, but I can see the comparison. That's why I made it years ago.
You started all this blasphemy. It's all your fault. And
you see it, too. You see it, too.
And my man Salley went along for this ride. I don't know what possessed him. I would be afraid to play against Luka.
They are.
That's how good he is.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Afraid.
Yes.
Okay. This is so offensive to me. And here we go again. So I have to restate the case of your favorite player growing up, Larry Joe Bird, as a Boston Celtic. All he did was win 3 championships. In the middle one of those 3 came courtesy of Showtime and the Lakers. And in 7 games, Larry Bird and company took down Magic Johnson and company. In 7 games in 1984, they won the championship.
Right.
He beat the Rockets in 81 and 86. 3 championships won by Larry Joe Bird from French Lick, Indiana.
Yep.
You can make a case, baddest white boy who ever played.
I will give you that.
Okay, and I make some case for my friend Rick Barry because he was bad, but he wasn't as bad as this man. And I love me some Pete Maravich, especially when he was at LSU, but he wasn't quite this guy.
No, he wasn't this.
This guy was cold-blooded basketball killer. This guy was assassin. This guy would rip your heart out. I'm not sure I'm seeing that in Luka just yet. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. Maybe you'll prove me wrong. Maybe I'll see it at the higher and higher levels.
You do realize that Luka Doncic is the age that Larry Bird entered the NBA in.
I got that. And yet Luka's been playing professional basketball since he was like 11. And he came here equipped with skills that a lot of the American-bred white kids just don't have at that stage and age. He had been banging with grown men.
Hell, a lot of the black kids ain't got the skills that he possessed.
Okay. I'm there. I got it. But I'm going to remind you, Larry Bird dominated professional basketball for 3 straight years for sure because he won back-to-back-to-back MVPs. He won 3 in a row, 84, 85, and 86. This is stuff of legends. And if nothing else, it's
won 2 championships in there, too.
Okay, well,
lost the 3rd to the Lakers in 85.
Thank you. And, yeah, if the Lakers weren't in the way, he...
Oh, my God.
Okay.
That's what Magic said. Magic said if the Celtics weren't in the way,
Okay, I got it. But my problem is, Larry Bird wasn't just a good shooter. He was a great shooter.
He was.
He was a dead-eye, deadly shooter who could shoot you in the heart. He was a great clutch shooter, and he was a great free throw shooter.
Yeah.
They're called free throws because you get to stand there by yourself from 15 feet and make it
Yes.
if you so dare.
Yes.
And he was a 90% free throw shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Your man Luka so far in his career is 74%. It's just not
Well, he
good
ain't gonna ever be
enough.
90. I mean, you're not gonna go from 74 to 90.
Okay, and he's a career right now 34% three-point shooter, and he's high volume.
Yes.
And you can make the case that because he's high volume, he's actually weirdly effective because he takes so many that if he can make 3 or 4 in a game, they're
Right.
game changers because the
Right.
momentum shifts are dramatic. They're volatile
Right.
when he can make one to shut up a road crowd or to ignite his home crowd.
Right.
Okay, I got that. He's getting a little better at his step back, sort of fadeaway, one-legged Dirk shot, right? He's starting to perfect that. I don't know if I could go to perfect it because he's shooting 46% from the floor. He's never going to be a 50% floor shooter,
No,
right?
not with the high difficulty shot.
Okay.
But Skip, you got to look at Larry Bird played with Kevin McHale, a top 50 player, top 75 player. Robert Parrish, top 75
He
player.
did.
Nate Archibald, top 75 player. Bill Walton was an MVP, was a Finals MVP, a top 50 player. He played with Dennis Johnson also, who I believe should have been a top 75 player because he won a Finals MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and he won 3 championships. All of those guys played alone. Luka Doncic has not played with a top 300 player in his NBA career. I defy you to find one player that would be a top 300 player that Luka Doncic has played with.
And yet, Luka Doncic has yet to play in a single finals game, and you have anointed him Baby Bird.
And he the closest thing to him, and you know that.
Okay, but closest to him and being him are two very different
Skip, he
things.
might not ever be him. Skip, you do realize, like, Larry Bird was a transcendent player. I mean, to win 3 consecutive MVPs, there have only been 3 guys to do that. Wilt, Russell, and Larry. Larry was the last one to do it, and you mentioned the years, 84, 85, 86. And he won 2 championships and sandwiched in there in 85. He lost the Magic. So you talk about a guy that could have won 3 championships and 3 MVPs with 3 Finals MVPs all in there. That might have been the greatest 3-year stretch ever had he pulled that off. Obviously, Mr. Russell did it, but they didn't give that. That didn't come out until '69 when Jerry West won in a losing effort.
He did.
But yeah, Skip, the guy's 23. Larry Bird came into the NBA at 23. We got to stop this because some of the historically great players won championships so early, we're unwilling to give the other guys an opportunity. I know, look, Magic won at 20. The likelihood of another 20-year-old, Skip, winning the championship and winning Finals MVP is not very good.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure had Kareem. If you go look at Kareem numbers, Kareem was like 30 and 12. But he didn't play Game 6 because he had a migraine. Magic had that historic game. Magic was the Finals MVP. So we got to stop this, Skip, that we think that these guys got to come in all with, well, Magic won in his first year. Bird won in his second. Okay, I get that.
Okay, but remember, Larry Bird went to Terre Haute, Indiana, because he couldn't stomach Bobby Knight at Indiana.
He left.
And Larry Bird carried 4 nobodies from nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
All the way to Salt Lake City and the Final Four and the final game.
Yeah. That might have been the greatest. It's hard to say that wasn't the greatest season for a college player because, Skip, guess what? Indiana State was never, ever ranked again. That was 79. We're talking about 40-plus years, and they were never, ever ranked again. And you go back and look at some of these teams that's had, great runs. They've at least been ranked, even if it's just for a week. He's never even been ranked again.
And they were beating Salley in the championship game, but that was Magic Johnson and Gregory Kelser, who was an NBA player.
Yeah, he's the first-round pick of the Pistons. As a matter of fact, I think he's their color guy, their play-by-play guy.
He is.
Yeah. Oh, they were throwing lobs left and right on Bird that night.
If the Mavericks go on to win the championship, you got me. We'll see if he's cold-blooded killer.
But hold on. Does he have to win the championship this year, or can he win a championship or 2 at some point in time in his career?
I just want to see that cold-blooded killer come out when it really counts.
Did you not see it in Game 7? Did you not see it?
I did not.
You guys
I
are
couldn't
on
see
fire
Phoenix.
this morning.
That's why.
And I hate to interrupt because I could listen to it all day, but I have to because Y'all, the drama is getting hot in this next topic. Jimbo Fisher going after Nick Saban. We will discuss coming up next.